How do I network online? This is a question I'm hearing from so many people. I heard it before the quarantine, but now that we are quarantined, people are trying to figure out, how do I network and connect and grow my audience and my network of people without leaving my house? And the good news is, my friends, is that it is super, super easy. And in fact, you might find that it is even faster and easier than connecting in person. So I am Ryan Dowdy. I'm a sales coach, and I help brand new entrepreneurs build businesses that actually make money by mastering your sales conversations and your sales mindset. So the number one thing that I tell all brand new entrepreneurs when it comes to starting your business is to go out and talk to people, right? That is the fastest way to get clients. The more people you talk to, the more clients you get. The numbers do not lie. So, but so often people are like, okay, well then how do I do that? Like, what do I say? Where do I go? How do I do this? So I want to take a couple minutes and talk through this, as so many people, as businesses are being forced to change the way that they ebb and flow. So depending on which platform you spend your time on, and I always recommend spending time on the platform where your ideal client hangs out. Not your favorite platform, but where your ideal client hangs out. So if your ideal client's on Facebook, hang out on Facebook. If they're on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, doesn't matter. All the practices are the same. And so the biggest mindset shift I want you to make when it comes to, okay, I'm going to go hang out on this platform and I'm going to go network and talk to people, is the idea that you are not going to find clients. Okay? I know, it's a mindset shift that you are not networking to find clients. You are networking to build relationships. And that's super, super important, because so many people go into Facebook groups or go onto Instagram and they're like, how do I find clients? Nobody's looking for me. What do I do? What do I say? How do I even make this thing work? Right? I see it all the time. And people are like, well, I hang out and I'm in 27 different Facebook groups and nobody's looking for a virtual assistant. So my people aren't in Facebook groups. You are not going into groups or going onto social media to go find people that are looking for you. You are going to build relationships. You are going out to get into conversations with people. So what I like to do on whichever platform it is, we spend most of our time on Facebook and on Instagram, but I like to go into Facebook groups where my ideal clients hang out, and I like to just literally hang out. So if you were at a networking event, if you were in person and you were going to a BNI event or a Chamber of Commerce event, you would walk into the room, and everyone that you met, you would make eye contact and you would smile and you would shake hands and you would chit chat with people and you would talk to as many people as possible for the hour that you were at that event. And your goal would be to shake as many hands as possible and exchange as many business cards as possible, right? Because the magic doesn't happen in the group. The magic happens in the one-on-one conversations. It's the same thing online. So if you go into a Facebook group and there are 5,000 people in that Facebook group, you just want to go in and get involved in the conversation, just like you would at an in-person event. You just want to go in and start talking to people. That's your way of, making eye contact and shaking hands, right? Like, that is where you start. Go in and just get involved in conversation, even if it has nothing to do with your business, even if they're not looking for you, even if they're not an ideal client. I don't care. I want you to just go talk to people. At networking events, nobody wears a sign around their neck that says, I'm looking for a social media manager, right? You have to go in and talk to all the people. And then when you tell them you're a social media manager, some people are like, ooh, I need that. Some people are like, ooh, I don't know what that is. And other people are like, I'm good, right? Same thing happens online. Nothing changes. It is the same platform. The difference is that on Facebook and on Instagram, by looking for hashtags or looking for people who follow certain brands or do certain things, you actually can be so much more targeted in your networking efforts, which is why, like I said, I find it to be so much more efficient than in-person networking. I am an extrovert. I love in-person networking. I will never quit doing that. But for me, the majority of my income actually comes from my online networking events or networking efforts, because I can talk to 25 or 30 people in any given day without ever leaving the house, right? I can get that done in an hour, whereas most networking groups, only meet once a week or, a couple times a week. So it is the exact same process. If you are over on LinkedIn, you go into LinkedIn and just go into the feed and comment, talk to people. Make a conversation. There is no secret sauce here. Your goal in networking online is to build a network. It is to build a community. It is to build relationships, just like it is in person. If you go to a networking event with an attempt to sell, you will not be successful. But if you go into a Facebook group with an attempt to sell, you also will not be successful. You go into Facebook groups with the intention to connect and to build a network, because the more people you talk to, the more clients you get. So I hope that this was helpful in kind of taking that paradigm shift of treating Instagram or treating Facebook or treating LinkedIn or Twitter as that networking event where we're going to go in and find like-minded people who fit the profile of our ideal clients, and we're going to go start conversations with them. We're going to just, hi, how are you? What do you do? That's awesome. How long have you been doing it? What's your favorite thing about your work, right? Like it's just a conversation, right? If somebody has a cute picture of their kids, you say, oh my gosh, your kids are adorable. Just like in person, if they had on fabulous shoes, you would be like, your shoes are fabulous, right? It is just human to human conversation. No agenda, no whatever. We just want to go start talking to people and pay into what I like to lovingly refer to as the value bank. I'm not sure who I got that term from. I'm sure it was not an original thought, but I just want to go provide value and build relationships with people. And I want people to come back to my hubs online, being, my profile, my Facebook business page, my Instagram page, my Facebook group, and then be able to figure out, like, who is this person? What does she do? I see her everywhere, right? You want that same idea online as you do in person. So I hope that this has been helpful in those efforts. If you want more training on this, I do tons of it over inside the Sales Skills for Women in Business Facebook community. You can also follow us over on Instagram at Ryan Dowdy Uncensored. We would love to hang out with you over there. If you're watching this on YouTube, tap the bell, subscribe. Also, down below, I have included my brand new guide. It is the 5-step process to getting clients organically, no paid ads, anything along those lines. My entire sales process, totally for free. It's a free PDF. So click below and download that, and you can start putting this into action immediately with your new networking efforts. And we'll see you in the next video.